Elon Musk is known for controversial tweets.
Billionaire Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter, used his newly acquired company today to tweet some questionable content.
He has tweeted something he may now regret because it looks like he took it down. Musk did not provide clarity, but sent out a tweet indicating some of that reporting is false.
The Tesla CEO has in the past used his Twitter account to misgender other users and mock transgender people. In today's video, we will look into Elon Musk censoring LGBT on Twitter. Support for LGBT rights. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur and CEO of companies such as Tesla and SpaceX, has been an outspoken supporter of LGBT rights. Through his companies and personal actions, Musk has consistently demonstrated his commitment to creating a more equitable and inclusive world for all individuals, regardless of orientation or gender identity. Musk has made numerous public statements in support of the community. In a 2013 interview with CNBC, he said, "I think it's important to give people the freedom to be who they are and to love who they love." He has also publicly criticized discriminatory laws and policies in countries such as Russia and Saudi Arabia, and has expressed his support for marriage equality. In 2016, Musk tweeted his support for the transgender community in response to a discriminatory law in North Carolina. He also publicly criticized the Trump administration's decision to ban transgender individuals from serving in the military. Musk's companies have implemented policies that demonstrate their commitment to supporting all rights. For example, Tesla offers comprehensive health insurance benefits that cover gender confirmation surgery and hormone replacement therapy for transgender employees. In addition, SpaceX has a non-discrimination policy that prohibits discrimination based on orientation or gender identity and offers health benefits that cover same-gender spouses and domestic partners. Musk has also made significant philanthropic contributions to organizations that support all rights. In 2018, he donated $250,000 to the Human Rights Campaign, the largest advocacy organization in the U.S. for the same-gender community. The donation was made in response to the Trump administration's proposed ban on transgender individuals serving in the military. In addition, the Musk Foundation, which is funded by Musk and his family, has donated to organizations such as the Los Angeles LGBT Center and the Trevor Project, which provides crisis intervention and suicide prevention services to these youth. Musk has taken personal actions that demonstrate his support for the community too. For example, in 2018, he wore a rainbow-colored lapel pin to the Met Gala, an annual fundraising event for the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City. The pin was a symbol of support for the community and the fight for equality. Musk has personally donated to these organizations and has used his platform on social media to raise awareness of issues facing the community. Censorship of content on Twitter. Social media platforms like Twitter have become an essential tool for the community to connect and share information. However, censorship of their content on these platforms remains a significant issue. Twitter has been criticized for its handling of LGBT content, with many users reporting that their posts have been censored or removed without explanation. One of the main issues with censorship of such content on Twitter is the use of algorithms and automated systems that can misidentify or flag content as inappropriate. This can result in legitimate content being removed or hidden, while harmful and discriminatory content remains online. The use of algorithms also means that the censorship process is often opaque, with little transparency or accountability for decisions made. Twitter has faced criticism for its inconsistent enforcement of its policies on such content. While the platform has policies in place to protect against hate speech and discrimination, these policies are not always enforced in a consistent or transparent manner. This can create confusion and frustration for users who are unsure why their content has been removed. While harmful content remains online, the use of censorship of content on Twitter is not limited to individual users. Companies and organizations that support these rights have also reported issues with censorship on the platform. In 2020, the Human Rights Campaign reported that their ads promoting the rights had been censored by Twitter. The ads featured messages such as "love is love" and "trans rights are human rights," but were removed by Twitter for violating its policies on political content. The censorship of content on Twitter has a significant impact on the community, particularly for those living in countries where being so is criminalized or stigmatized. Social media platforms provide an essential space for these individuals to connect and share information, and censorship of this content can limit access to vital resources and support. Twitter has taken steps to address the issue of censorship of this content, including updating its policies to better protect against hate speech and discrimination. The platform has also introduced a sensitive content warning for potentially offensive content, which users can choose to view or hide. However, more needs to be done to ensure that such content is not unfairly censored or removed from the platform. Criticism of Twitter's enforcement of policies. Elon Musk has been critical of Twitter's enforcement of policies, particularly when it comes to censoring LGBT content. Musk has expressed his concerns about the potential for social media platforms to restrict the free expression of ideas and the negative impact this could have on public discourse. Musk's criticisms of Twitter's policies on censoring content began in 2019 when he responded to a tweet from a user who claimed that Twitter had blocked her account for expressing her views on transgender issues. Musk tweeted in response, "This is messed up. Who do you think you are to police the thoughts of others?" This statement reflected his concerns about the potential for social media platforms to restrict the free expression of ideas and the negative impact this could have on public discourse. Musk has continued to express his views on this issue. In 2020, he tweeted, "There are way too many unnecessary rules on social media. Freedom of speech is essential." This statement reflects his belief that social media platforms, such as Twitter, should not be overly restrictive when it comes to the content that users can post. Musk's criticisms of Twitter's enforcement of policies on content are part of a broader trend of increasing scrutiny of social media companies. Critics argue that these companies have too much power over public discourse and that their policies can be overly restrictive. While Musk's criticisms have sparked debate about the role of social media platforms in regulating content and protecting free speech, some argue that social media companies have a responsibility to protect against hate speech and discrimination. The issue of how to balance free expression with the need to protect against harmful content is complex and ongoing. In response to these criticisms, Twitter has updated its policies on content, including the use of hateful imagery and display names. The company has also updated its policies on hate speech and harassment, including specific protections for same-gender individuals. Calls for change. Musk has also been a vocal critic of Twitter's policies on censorship and has called for changes to ensure that the platform is not used to spread hate speech or discrimination. Musk's concerns center around the potential for social media platforms to have too much power over public discourse and the need for greater transparency and accountability from these platforms. In 2020, Musk tweeted that the free exchange of information is essential to the cause of democracy. A handful of big tech companies have too much power and are going to be regulated. This statement reflects Musk's belief that social media platforms such as Twitter have an outsized influence on public discourse and that there is a need to regulate these companies to ensure that they are not abusing their power. Musk's criticism of Twitter's policies is not limited to his personal experiences on the platform. He has also expressed concern about the impact of censorship on free speech and the potential for social media platforms to have too much power over public discourse. In a 2021 interview with the New York Times, Musk stated, "I think there should be some restrictions on free speech, but not many. Nobody should be banned unless perhaps they're violent." Musk has called for greater transparency and accountability from social media platforms, arguing that they need to be held to higher standards when it comes to the content that they allow on their platforms. Musk has stated that social media platforms should be more transparent about their policies and how they enforce them. He has also called for greater accountability from social media companies, arguing that they should be held responsible for the content that they allow on their platforms. Musk's criticisms of Twitter's policies have sparked debate about the role of social media platforms in regulating content and protecting free speech. While some agree with Musk's concerns about censorship and inconsistent enforcement, others argue that social media platforms have a responsibility to protect against hate speech and disinformation. Musk's calls for greater regulation of social media platforms reflect a broader trend of increasing scrutiny of these companies. Lawmakers around the world have expressed concern about the power that these companies wield and the potential for them to be used to spread disinformation or to influence public opinion. Elon Musk's views on censorship of content reflect his belief in equal rights for all people, regardless of orientation or gender identity. Musk has been a vocal supporter of these rights and has spoken out against discrimination and violence against LGBT people around the world. However, there are still challenges facing the community, and social media platforms continue to face criticism for their policies around their content. It remains to be seen what steps will be taken to address these challenges and ensure equal rights for all people. And that's all for this video, folks. Thank you for watching, and we will see you the next time.